On today's video, I'm going to show you the 5 tools I use every day, plus I'm going to show you how to make a simple candle holder.
This is the Old Guy Network.
Yep. The Old Guy Network. I'm the old guy, the OG, Jay, and it's a beautiful day here in the trailer hood. And I am way behind on the things that I'm supposed to be getting done because I've been working a lot and, well, I haven't felt very good for the past, 3-4 days. It's nothing serious. I had a COVID test, just got a cold. We got to remember, people still get colds. So I'm getting more and more healthy by the minute and going back to work in another day or two. So yeah, things are getting backed up here pretty well. There's a lot of things that I have to get done that I haven't done. And one of those things is this little project right here. They even have the candles in it. These little candle holders. Yeah, they don't take a whole lot to make, but they take some time. And I've got to make a bunch of these. And that led me to thinking about how I prep the wood in order to do this. And that left me to a comment that I got. Well, actually, it was a message I got from someone. They asked me, what are the tools that I use the most every single day? And I did a video months ago, the top 10 tools that you should get when you first start. But this kind of goes with that, and I thought it was that's a fair question. So I've got 2 things going on in this video today. One is I'm going to show you the 5 tools that I use every single day, and I'm going to use all 5 of those tools to make these. And these little candle holders, they're pretty easy to make. They're pretty simple, and once you get set up, I mean, I can make them. I can turn these out pretty quickly, and they're kind of nice. And that's what we're going to do. First, though, I want you to know I do have some coffee today, so I'm feeling very, very good about that. And if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, you can do that. This cup of coffee came from a guy by the name of Jeff Spinney. Jeff is new to the channel, but he rushed right over to my coffee page and he actually bought me some coffee. And I really appreciate that, Jeff. And because I thought that his name sounded familiar, did a little research, come to find out, well, he's friends with some of the people that I work with. And so he's local. And I thought, I'm Jeff, I got a little something for you. I don't know if you can hear the laser. It's printing it right now. And just ask Caitlin, and she's got something for you. So thank you so much. Now, I can't do that every time somebody buys me a cup of coffee, but I thought I'd just reach out, and he was particularly generous, and I thought I would just do something little for him. So thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. And if you'd like to go over to my coffee page, there's a link in the description. A couple of bucks buys me a cup of coffee, and it allows me to do more things here in the shop, and hopefully we'll have some unboxings. I've got an unboxing planned in the next within the next couple of weeks. I'll keep my fingers crossed. I think it's going to happen, and it is a tool that I'm going to use, another tool that I'll be using every day. But let's get started with this one first. The very first, and this is in no particular order, all 5 of these tools are equally important. The first one, though, is the tool that I am the most proudest of. I love this thing. I did an unboxing of it. I did an update on it. It's the update is actually the most popular video on the channel. I've gotten tens of thousands of views on it, and that is my table saw. You can't make straight cuts without a table saw. Well, you can, but it's really difficult. Table saw, I use it for everything. You can make molding with it. You can cut crown molding with it. You can rip, you can cross cut, you can do all kinds of things. You can actually do some intricate cuts. If you know how to use your table saw, use it correctly and use it safely. And so I do that every single day. It's not the first tool I use, but it is the one that I use every single day. And it's probably, if I have to, I'd say it's the most important tool I have here. The second thing, you got to remember, I do a lot with pallet wood and used wood, old furniture, barn boards, old signs, anything. You got to make that board straight and flat and square. And along with the table saw, in order to make it flat and square, we use the joiner. I started off with a Wen joiner, quickly had problems with the Wen. Do not recommend it. There's a card up around here somewhere if you want to see the last video I did on it. I ended up replacing that with my Craftsman benchtop joiner, and the Craftsman works great. But the joiner is very important because that's how we flatten one side of the board. And after you get that flattened out, then you take the board, you put it up against the fence, and you do one edge. That gives you a nice 90 degrees on your board. Gives you a nice 90-degree cut. Then it's just a matter of the third tool, and that is the surface planer. Now, surface planers are actually thickness planers. Because you're only doing one side on the joiner, you need to make it uniform along the whole board. Do that with the thickness planer. And of course, I have videos on that. I have a Wen 12.5-inch thickness planer. I bought that because I thought Wen was going to be good for me, and it really wasn't. I had problems with it right off the bat, but the problems were easy to fix, fairly inexpensive, and I have a video. There's a card up here, probably, and you can go and take a look at that. If you're thinking about buying one of these Wen joiners, watch that video before you do. It's going to save you some frustration. But now we've got the board flat. We've got a square on one side. Now we take it back over to the table saw, put the nice square side, the edge, up against the fence, and we can make the board nice uniform width. Now we've got a nice uniform thickness. What's the next thing we got to do? Well, we got to square that board up, and we do that with the compound miter saw. Doesn't have to be a compound miter saw to do this part. Just a miter saw will work. And if you want to cut a 90-degree angle, a miter saw is the best way to do it. Do a 90-degree cut, and it'll come out nice and square for you. And again, I did an unboxing of my miter saw. It is the Metabo, which used to be Hitachi. Great saw. Really recommend this. Again, another card up here, and you can check out that video. That's the second most popular video on here, and tens of thousands of views. I think it helped out a few people. If you're looking to get a miter saw, you want to check out that video. So that gives us 4. What is the 5th tool? A speed square. And yes, I did a video on how to use a speed square, basic uses of it. Again, card up here somewhere, or maybe it's over here. I don't know. You'll have to look for it. But a speed square can do so many things. It's not just for making 90-degree lines on your board or 45-degree lines on your board. You can make any degree line on your board. You can use it to square up a board, to make your mark, of course. One thing I use every time I use my table saw, I check the blade to make sure it's exactly 90 degrees straight, and you can do that with the speed square. You just put it up against your blade and your tabletop, and that's going to tell you if your blade needs to be adjusted a little bit. And if it does, well, go ahead and adjust it. I use it also as a guide for my circular saw. I can either hold it onto the board and just rip across or cross cut across the board and make a nice 90-degree or 45-degree cut, whatever I need to do. So those are the 4 tools I use every single day. And like I said, I'm going to make some of these little candle holders here. So I'm going to do a sped up version of me using all 5 of these tools to make that little candle holder. And we're going to do that right now. These are really easy to make. As you see, it's all nice and uniform, And I used those 5 tools. I actually used one other one too. To drill the holes, I used a Forstner bit. And I do use the Forstner bit. I use it quite a bit, but I don't use it as much as I use the other tools. So that's how you make one of these quick little handy candle holders. Handle candy holders? No, it's a handy candle holder. Wow, I just came up with a new tongue twister. And yeah, they're pretty easy to make, and I've got to make a whole bunch of these for someone. And I'm going to get started on that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit all the damn buttons, would you? Especially that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss any of the videos. So I'll see you back here in the trailer hood next time for the Old Guy Network. I'm the OG. Now I'm out.